Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and this is a yarn chat video. It's been a while, obviously, but I'm in good health and things are going well. It's just I wanted to take a bit of a breather from the last day of school. So our last day of school was last week, Thursday, the 27th, and my middle schooler's last day was the 28th. I had to go back to teacher in service for June 1st and 2nd, but or maybe first and second. So yesterday was my first full day home all day. Today I had to go take Flanny to a therapy at 8 a.m., but otherwise it's home. So in those free times, I decided to take a little break from YouTube and get some projects going that I wanted to make. So I will show you a finished project for sure. Something that may or may not be finished. I don't remember the state that I left it in, and a work in progress. Okay, so the first thing that I did, kind of as my first relaxing, I want to say I did actually start this the last week of school, is I made a blanket in the circle. And if you're in my Facebook group, I posted a picture of this already. And this actually, you guys, is all the scrap yarn from the ponchos that I made for my little honeys in second grade. This one is from Ryan's, this one's from Springs, this one's from Lila, this one is from McKenna, this one is from some of the boys, the blue and gray, and then this green one, this green variegated, Judah. So all these extra bits that I had, I made into a fairly sizable lap blanket. So in the summer, when I'm sitting on the couch and crocheting, I have capris on and the AC makes my leg cold, I just lay this on me. So this is, for me, it's a memory blanket, right? It's the remnants of the second grade ponchos that I worked so hard on this year. So that is nice. That is my finished object. No rhyme or reason. I just pulled out a yarn, worked on it, pulled out another one, and away I went. So that was my finished project. I keep this up on the couch on the back section where I'm sitting and crocheting. Okay, the other project that I worked on, I don't know the state of it, so let's see here, is I have two finished. I just need to weave in the ends. I made these mitts. This came from the Bella Coco Crochet Society box. It doesn't have a number on it to know. It was in this brown natural looking one. I really feel like the month should be put in here. Maybe it is somewhere. I do know that if you go on to Bella Coco's Crochet Society website, you can purchase extras of these. And actually, interestingly enough, I had purchased extras in the beginning because I missed the first 3 boxes of Crochet Society. So a while ago, I went on and bought one of them because the other 2 were sold out. And then a little bit while later, I wanted to buy some, another one. And it said, we won't deliver to the United States. And I was like, so then I got it was in my, I guess I'm on her Facebook page. I like her Facebook page. It said $10 off old Crochet Society boxes. So I was like, I'm going to try again. So I logged on. I actually got two more, and they ship to the US. So if you're someone who wants these boxes, I do know they have this box. They have this natural box. They had the stress relief one, the one that looked like this, that had, I already put the yarn away. I don't remember, but it had the sloth in it. It had the mindful handwriting pages. Then they also had, the one that came with this pink and white, the purple and white yard, where you could make that little like pencil cubby with a little bear that I kind of did a rotten job on. But it had the little board, and it had those little hooks that if you have a pegboard, you can put on. So anyway, I bought 2 of those. When they come, I'll show you the ones I bought. But if you don't have a Crochet Society subscription, quickly hop on over there and see if you can order their old ones, because they did ship to me. So anyway, here is the project that I finished. Now this box came with 3 skeins of yarn this size. These are 100-gram balls, and it's a recycled wool, recycled acrylic yarn. The thing about that I made were these mitts, okay? So I'll show you. I made them because, as you know, I'm an Outlander fan. And you can do all kinds of different things that you want. You could do stripes, you could do a solid, 2 mismatched. I chose to use the blue and gray and then just kind of do a section of each color. Like I said, I finished them, but I still have my ends to weave in. These are what they look like. This one doesn't look like, yeah, I mean, I think I ran out of more gray on this one. Now the cuff was hard for me to get the right size. I didn't like the cuff that they had, so I shortened mine quite a bit. But this is what I've made with them, these hand warmers. Blue and gray, and if you look carefully, you can see there's a little stellina in it. Isn't that beautiful? So they're finished, I just have to weave in their ends. You know, I just don't know how I feel in general about these hand warmers. I think they look cuter on skinny people. I do like the idea. Now she has hers further down. Obviously, look how much cuter they look when you're skinny. But I made them. I like the pattern. I like that it's mix and match, and I really like how they do the ribbing. Technically, as of now, whenever I do a ribbing, you usually start, like for a hat, you start with it. And you do, I like to do for hats, a half double crochet in the back loop, which gives you that ribbing look. And you do like maybe a row of 8 or 9, depending on how well you want your ribbing. Then you close it off for the circumference of your head. When you go to do the top part of the hat, you then like do a row of single crochet around the edge, and then you can go on your rounds like that. I've not enjoyed doing that. She has you crochet your whole, you know, your mitt, and then what you do is you crochet the long way to do the ribbing, which I liked. I've never done that before. So I need to weave in my ends, and then I've made myself a cute little pair of mitts. I have one partial or full skein of this left. This is turning out to be my Bella Coco yarn. And so that was that box. I also got this bead counter bracelet, and I have yet to really figure out how to work it. It's still in there. I have this little bin of extras that I get from Bella Coco over there. Things that I like, but I don't love. I just don't know what to do with them, or I have something else that serves that purpose. And to be honest, I have been popping them into boxes. When I do a prize giveaway, or if I do a yarn swap, I'll throw a few of my Bella Coco extras in there. So that was my finished object, mostly finished. I need to weave in my ends. And I have this much left of the yellow, or the blue and gray, and I have a full one of the white. With the size of my hands and what I need, there's no way I could get another pair out of that. And I'm pretty sure the rest of the projects in here are thorough. Let's take a quick look at the rest of them in here. Well, you know, I maybe could do the coffee cozy. I could probably get away with doing that. Okay, so that is my other mostly finished. I just have to weave in my ends, right? So the next thing that I have here, I have Juanita next to me, showing you this. This is some yarn that I've wanted for a really long time, and every time I go to Hobby Lobby, they never have it on the clearance. One time they did have it on clearance, but it wasn't the colorway I liked. It was kind of a reddish green, mauve-y, teal color. You see how I felt about that? I just saw my facial expression. But this yarn that I love so much and I've always wanted is called Yarn Be Dazzling in the colorway, name color Pool /25. Now this is a very deceiving skein of yarn because depending on what part of it's on the outside, they don't look like they match. But this is what it looks like. It's kind of like not really a self-striping, but I mean, it does have a really dark section to it where it's like almost all navy blue, and then it has navy blue and green, and then it goes green. You see it really changes. Now I am crocheting the long way, and I don't know if you can see it, but I do a section of half double crochet and skip one, a section of double crochet and skip one, then a whole row of full double crochets all the way across, and then a half double or double crochet and skip one, half double crochet and skip one. That's like a repeat of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 5-row pattern. I made it up. Now, what I'm making with it, you can't really tell on Juanita because I am a big gal and Juanita is very fit and thin. But I'm crocheting 2 long rectangles. For me, when I measure it, I lay it across my shoulder and it drapes down. It goes from knee to knee, kneecap to knee pit. And then it goes along this shoulder. Then I'm going to, at the base of my neck, you can see Juanita over here. I'll turn her around. I'm going to sew the 2 panels from here down together. So at some point it will stop, and then in the front will be 2 separate panels all the way down. So it's kind of like a long, skinny, I wish you could see Juanita a little bit better. Okay, so imagine another panel coming right down here, and, well, maybe I have a partial. It's not very far along. Let's take out my hook. Okay, whoops, I'm unraveling. So then I would lay it here. I would join them together here, and it'll be flat off her back here. Look at how nice and beautiful it looks on her. And this would be the back of me. Okay, let's turn Juanita around. And then in the front, it's going to be open like this. Now, I'm sure there's some kind of pattern out there to follow. I actually saw a knit pattern like this quite a few years ago, actually, at Iris's in Appleton. I didn't buy the pattern, I just looked at it, and I thought, I'm going to make one in crochet. So I've made up my own 5-row repeat, like what I've got here, but it just, in the camera, you can't really see the detail as well. In person, you can see it's really like a row of like netting and then a thick row, some netting and then a thick row. And then, like I said, I'm doing the long way. So I had to measure from my kneecap all the way around, well, Madeline did, into my knee pit. And then I measured the width of my back, and then I doubled that. What did I do? I measured the width of my back. I divided that in half so that it would be across my back. But then, like I said, I'm making those 2 long rectangular patterns. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. Juanita looks beautiful in it. Yeah. I don't know. So that is my current whip. So far, the amount of yarn, oof, I got a whole lot going on right now. I have used, it takes 3 of these to make 1 panel. And these are 249 yards. So it takes 3 of these to make 1 panel. I'm almost done with this one. So I think they're measuring like 14 inches wide. A chain of 270 or something like that. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. That is my project. I hope to actually be done maybe tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, so that's what I'm working on. I'm using a Clover Amore hook. No, not Clover Amore. I'm using a Tulip H with this yarn. It called for a 5.5, but I crochet kind of loose lately. So, or bigger, so I decided to use that hook, but it's going really well. Other good news is I've joined up back with my original knitting buddies. I don't know if you are a long time yarn friend and been watching my videos for a while. I used to belong to a knitting group with a few casual crocheters. We used to meet at Starbucks a bunch of years ago. Well, I say a bunch loosely. I think Flynn was at 3 when I first joined. And then in 4K, I was in it, so 1.5 years, and then I got my job, and so it kind of tapered out for me being able to go. But amongst all that, I still were Facebook friends with them and was connected and would randomly appear at one of the groups, especially if I had a knitting tragedy that I needed their help in. But then, unfortunately, politics tore our group apart, which is why, if you're in my Facebook group, why I tend to be very strict on no political type posts, because I believe that we can still be united as a country, as a people, as crafters, without destroying us through politics. So unfortunately that did tear our group apart, and we were floundering for a while, but we came up with a few of us reconnected again. And so now that the school year's done, on Tuesdays, I'll be back with my knitting buddies because of COVID, and a lot of my knitting buddies are a little bit older than me. We are meeting in a park, you know, and we brought our lawn chairs and we're sitting 6 feet apart and all that, but we're still getting together, and it was so good to get back with my friends, and they're gonna help me fix my knitting. If you guys want to see if I can find it over here, it's in my Jane Wynn bag. If any of you know Scraptastic Yarn podcast, she has an Etsy shop, and this bag reminded me of my Grandma Goodwin, and I got this. This is Andrea Moirie's faded shaded shawl or something like that. I don't know. And I've been working on it, and then I took a break because I'm at the point now where she wants me to rotate between colors. So 2 rows of this color, 2 rows of my new color, 2 rows, 4 rows, you know, back and forth, and then eventually I'll switch to the next color. Right now I'm in this color, and I will be switching to one that has more blue, darker blue into it. And then once I go for quite a while on that, then I will be switching to one that's mostly blue. And for some reason, I have forgotten how to do yarn overs. And I don't know where I am in the pattern or how to do this. So I thought, well, now that I'm back in my knitting buddies group in the summer, maybe they can help me get back on track. So that would be nice. And then the final thing that I really have to work on that I don't really want to, I don't know why I don't want to, it's really not going to take me that long, is so one of the, I don't know if you remember me ever talking about it, but one of our volunteers or teacher aide friends at school, she also was a crocheter and a knitter, and she would make things for people all the time. And one of the things she used to make were bath loofahs, right? So unfortunately, my dear friend this early fall was diagnosed with cancer, and they found it in her brain and in her ovaries, I believe. And I mean, I think it was like right about the time everybody was getting COVID. And so she thought she had COVID because of how she felt. And then she realized that it was lasting longer, and that's when they found the cancer. And then she never came back to school. So anyway, I haven't heard very much from her, so please keep her in your thoughts and prayers. But anyway, one of the things she did is she used to make people things all the time. And now that more and more people I work with are finding out that I am a crocheter / try to be knitter, they ask me to make things that she used to make for them. One of them is a bath loofah. Now, it's really a very simple pattern. It's a circle, and then you just keep doing lots and lots of V-stitches at the end. The V-stitches become bigger, 10 times bigger than the middle circle. But have you ever had a project where somebody asks you to make it and you're just like, bleh, I don't really want to do it. I never would make myself a bath loofah to begin with. You can get them for the Dollar Tree for $1. Not that I'm begrudging her the privilege of having a bath loofah, and I do want to make it happily, and it probably will take me 30 minutes once I get started, right? But for some reason, I'm dragging my feet. I don't know, maybe it's because I want to work on this. So, I'm kind of been putting it off. I need to just get it done. The other thing that I was going to make that I keep putting off is Brandon's sister's bridal shower is this weekend coming up. Today's Friday, so 2 days from now. And at some Christmas time, she asked me to make her some chicken cozies, like little chickens to put on hard-boiled eggs. And she wants me to make those little chicken cozies, and I was going to make her a few of them and then give her a gift card for her wedding shower. But I'm not wanting to make the chicken cozies. I don't know why. It's not that big of a deal. It'll probably take me, like I said, another 30 minutes. It just goes over a hard-boiled egg. I just need white and red, and I've got all this yarn up here. I can, I don't even have to go buy anything. Why am I dragging my feet? Again, because I want to be doing this. And the final thing that I could talk about in this video, because we're going on 20 minutes and I should shut her down, is I got Yarny. Oh, you guys, I paid for a 3-month subscription and I loved box 1 and 2. I thought I had it over here to show you. Oh, here. This is my completed Yarny first box. I make this cute little cowl and it actually matches quite nicely with what I'm wearing. And box 2, I still haven't made, but I really want to. It's a beret with the softest angel-like hair, angel wings or whatever, angel cloud yarn. And then box 3 was this gorgeous aqua color one where you can Tunisian crochet on this cute little bag or a pillow. So I'm super excited. I went out and bought myself a full set of interchangeable Tunisian crochet hooks. I'm very excited, and I kept waiting and waiting. I was like, I still haven't gotten my Yarny project for May. So then I emailed them, and it turns out that for some reason it got lost in the mail. She checked the tracking and it never left the original place. So Yarny is very kindly sending me a new box for May. And then I didn't read the fine print, because remember originally, y'all, my goal was to try other yarn subscription companies and talk about them with you, kind of like technically what Carrie Penny's doing. Well, they automatically renew your subscription, which I'm not really sad about because I really loved Yarny, and Knit Crate wasn't as exciting for me anymore, and so I want to keep with the Yarny. So I'm going to stay with Yarny now officially. I have a 3-month. The thing that they do is you can do a month-by-month subscription, 3 months, 6 months, or a year. So I'm on a 3-month. So it pulls out every 3 months $130. I know, it seems like a lot, doesn't it? 30 plus 30 is 60. 60 plus 90. So this box is about $35, I'm guessing. Plus tax and shipping and handling. I love it though. I've so far loved both, you know, patterns that I got. And the thing is it's a knit pattern and a crochet pattern that are very similar to each other. Sometimes I don't like it. I'd like in Knit Crate, the pattern for knit would be way cool and the pattern for crochet would be mwah. So far I've been really happy. So I'm not sad that I'm getting it for another 3 months. Quite happy that it is. So that is the beginning of my summer, you guys. I have a memory blanket from my 2nd grade honeys. I finished my Crochet Society project. These mitts. I finished this actually. This was the first thing, but I know I've already talked about that in a video with you. And I started working on this project here, this one that I'm designing myself. You know, I have everything written down to write up a pattern, but the thing is it's specifically made to fit me, my dimensions. So I can't give you a crochet like chain count because you'll have to measure. Now, if you don't want yours kneecap to knee pit, maybe you want yours mid-thigh, you measure from your thigh to your back of your thigh, right? So that's something to think about. I'll check with my yarn buddies and see what they think about writing it up and how I should do it. All right, y'all, that's all for this video. Thanks for liking and sharing my videos. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being in my Facebook group and chatting in there. And until the next video, happy crafting. Bye.